I'm sitting here at the entrance of Turpin's Cave. I'm sitting here with its current owner, Dawn Moore. Good morning, Dawn.
Good morning.
Now, can I ask you, when you first bought the house, many years ago, I believe, can you tell me, did you know of its association with Dick Turpin?
Not then, no. No, it was just the house that we sort of attracted to, although it was called Turpin House. We didn't know sort of the significance of the cave. We were told there was a cave in the front garden, but not the significance that it was Dick Turpin's hideout.
Right. And since you've lived here over these years, you found out more information about the cave itself.
Yes, we have.
Can you tell me a little bit about your knowledge behind the cave and the house itself?
The house was originally a pub called the Turpin Cave. He only ever sold beer, and he had a little tea bar next door, which was sort of quite popular with the bikers of High Beach, because it was quite renowned for the bikers. It was only a small little pub. I've got a picture.
Yes, that would be lovely, yes, if we could actually...
That was what the original pub was like, and that step is still just over there, and the inside of the pub. And you used to go across this bridge into the pub and then come downstairs in the cave. Some people said it was actually used as a beer cellar, but it actually dates back a lot longer than the pub does, as far as I know.
Do you know how far the cave actually extends to?
I was told it was about a mile to a place near Lippett's Hill, but nobody actually knows where the original or the other entrance to the cave is. It's never been found.
Right.
I do know, though, the Corporation of London blocked the cave off long before this house was built. There was a preservation order on the cave, so it can't be pulled down. And I know that the youth hostel had a patio built at the back some 15, 17 years ago. And when they were doing the footings, they actually came across part of the cave. And they sort of came down and said, quick, come and have a look. You know, before we sort of fill it with hardcore.
That's right.
And so I do know that it went further up the hill, but where it went from there, I don't know.
Are you actually quite happy to still have the cave and your
Oh yeah,
your
no,
garden?
I think it's quite a nice bit of history.
Oh, lovely, lovely.
Because people still come down sort of looking for the pub, although the pub's been gone sort of well over nearly 30 years.
Right.
And people come down with their grandchildren that used to drink here.
Oh, right.
You know, want to come and see the cave as well.
Do you actually get many visitors coming just to see
It
the
varies.
cave?
When we first moved in, there was probably quite more, especially on school trips. You get a lot of school children coming out. The history of High Beach. But it can vary. You might have nothing for months, and then you might have 2 or 3 people sort of turn up on the same day.
Yeah. Do you tend to find that people come more in the summer months?
Yeah, when
the weather's nicer.
Yeah,
Yes.
the weather's good, and they're sort of just walking through the forest, and they come across, and they've all sort of, most people have heard about the cave. It's in the guidebooks as well. So they spend their time hunting around the forest here, trying to find it.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you actually know of the legend of Dick Turpin itself?
He was, people said that, quite a nasty bloke.
Yes.
Some say he only killed 2 people and a chicken, and there's other people who say he's killed more people than that. But I'm aware that through people I've spoken to since I've lived here, and people have lived here most of their lives, he actually hid in here overnight with his wife. But others say he used to use the tunnel quite often, sort of an escape route.
Right.
So between the two, I don't know if it was just sort of an overnight sort of hideout, or if he used it more often. But he did use the forest area quite a lot.
Now, in the legend, he also shared the cave with another highwayman called Tom King.
Yes.
Do you know anything of Tom King?
I believe he actually killed him. He was his partner in crime. I think they had this big bust up at some time, and I believe he could, but if that's true or not, I don't know.
Right, yes.
But yes, they used to sort of use the forest here to sort of do their dirty deeds, and then hide out here.
So you don't see any frills around the history of Dick Turpin?
Oh no.
You see him as a nasty highwayman.
Oh, yeah,
yes, because sometimes these people are portrayed as,
yeah.
you know, the
Robin Hoods.
That's
yes.
right, yes. You know,
Yeah.
Rob from the rich and give to the poor, but I don't think that
No.
was the case
Oh, no, not with him.
in Dick Turpin's era. I wanted to ask you, do you believe in ghosts at all?
Yes, I do.
You do?
Yeah.
My next question is, have you ever felt or have you ever seen anything a little bit unusual around the cave or around the house itself?
A few times, yes. When I first moved in, we've probably been in about 6, 7 months, and I would have visions of a face in the cave.
Oh, right.
Just sort of appear from nowhere. I could be asleep, or sort of just sit in the lounge, or sort of and suddenly I just see a face. The cave would come to mind. And a visitor came to call to look at the cave with his grandson. He said, "Oh, can I see the cave?" He said, "Oh, where's the carved portrait of Dick Turpin?" So I said, "Well, what carved face of Dick Turpin?" He said, "Oh, it's in the cave somewhere."
Can you just point that out to me?
He actually found it and pointed it out to me. And it's supposed to, it's like a bit like a toby jug face.
Oh yes, it's very, very clear, isn't it? Yes. So after you saw this image, did you see any more?
Not in there, no. Once I was shown that carving, I never had any more premonitions of a face in the cave.
Right.
There are several rooms in the house that are always cold, even with the heating on. Right. The downstairs toilet and the back bedroom. People that sleep in the back bedroom, they say how cold it is. And when my mum used to come over, she used to hate going in the downstairs toilet because it was always cold. There has been a few occasions where my husband and I have sat in the lounge and just sort of seen a sudden flash or something passing the fence, but as soon as you see it, it just disappears. It's a bit like a white image, and then just goes. Right. But most of us have seen it at some time over the years, of just sort of walking past the fence and just disappearing.
Could you make a shape out of it?
It was cloudy sort of shape. I mean, it would just sort of appear. You knew it was a human form shape, but it was just sort of like a white, cloudy, misty sort of vision, and then just disappear past the fence.
Has this been with your friends and family who's visited the house?
No, it's only sort of the family seen it.
Right. Do you know of anybody who's actually come to the cave and had any experiences themselves that you know of? No. So basically it's been pretty much the family who've experienced
it's only people that sort of stay over into the back bedroom have sort of said, "Oh, that room's always cold," and it actually is above the boiler, which is the warmest room, and it sort of brings the heat up, but
right,
it's
that's
never
very
actually
unusual,
warm.
isn't it? Yes, that tends to be if spirit is present, so you get the cold atmosphere. Right, I'd just like to say thank you very much for giving us your time and telling us about the cave.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Dawn.